Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wrestling Tracks.
Hello, everybody. Tonight, welcome to Wrestle Track. I'm your guest host tonight, Leonard McCray Jr., coming here live from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, in place of my brother, Lee Houston Jr. What a week we had of wrestling. Now, those of you who heard me talk about Money in the Bank pay-per-view, one of the things I talked about was that somebody winning it, either Kevin Owens or Dean Ambrose, winning it and cashing it in and walking out with the title that same night. And guess what? Dean Ambrose won, cashed in the Money in the Bank, and walked out the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Man, Money in the Bank was a great night of wrestling. Some great matches happened. AJ Styles, John Cena, really good match. Titus O'Neil, Rusev. It was all right. The Fatal 4-Way for the tag belts, a great match. A match that surprisingly stole the show for me was Dolph Ziggler versus Baron Corbin. You know, they say, as JBL was saying, matchup makes styles. And this was matchup truly styles. Let me get it right. Styles make up a matchup. And they styles was perfect for one another, which made this match just perfect. Great back and forth counter, but ending with Baron Corbin ending with the end of days. Man, we have had a great Raw after that. Man, there's so much to talk about tonight. But we're gonna take a moment. We're gonna take a quick moment, and tonight's show is brought to you by the Secret Life of Pets. We're gonna take this little short break, and we'll be back to you as soon as this over with. All right? All right, The Secret Lives of Pets coming out this summer. Man, I can't wait for that movie to come out. I'm going to take my kids to go and see that. We're certainly going to enjoy it. Now, breaking news that came out earlier this week is that the WWE Draft is going to be held on July the 19th on the first live episode of SmackDown. It's going to be interesting to see which direction they're going to go. Who's going to run Raw? Who's going to run SmackDown? I personally would love to see Stephanie be in control of Raw, Shane be in control of SmackDown. SmackDown have their own champion. Oh man, a good rivalry for that title belt would be AJ versus John Cena. See either AJ Styles get his first taste of WWE gold, or John Cena finally get that elusive 16th World Championship reign. That will be a great storyline right there. Also in breaking news, first leak by Jerry the King Lawler was that after the draft split, that both Raw and SmackDown outside of the major four, which is like the Grand Slam in tennis is the French Open, the U.S. Open, Wimbledon, and U.S. Wimbledon and Australia Open. Sorry, people. In golf they have their big four. In wrestling, the Grand Slam of wrestling is SummerSlam, Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, and it ends with WrestleMania. And then the big four. There any four pay-per-views that me personally I do not like missing is them major four. Been like that since I was younger, even before people say those are major four. Outside of those four wrestling events, it's been confirmed by through Jerry the King Lawler and other people that SmackDown and Raw will have their own separate pay-per-views. One of the pay-per-views that they're talking about bringing back WCW Clash of the Champions. Oh, awesome. Awesome. Gonna bring back memories for people like me who love WCW. They're also gonna have coming back in the future, Backlash, which was one of my favorite pay-per-view because the way it was set up, you're gonna have a backlash of something that would happen before. Always when you had a great feud or something that started or something that happened, you knew there's gonna be some kind of backlash from it. When somebody messed over somebody, you knew something was there's gonna be some backlash from it. So that's is gonna be, great. Great. You're gonna be able to give more people more authority to do different things on different shows. Man, that's gonna be some wonderful, wonderful things about to happen. In the WWE, man. But going back to Money in the Bank, man, when Dean Ambrose music came up, I was watching the match, watching Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins going at it. A great match, a great storytelling. You waiting to see if Roman Reigns will finally get that one-on-one victory against Seth Rollins. Then out of nowhere, Seth Rollins gets the victory and pins Roman Reigns yet again, but this time on his own, clean in the middle of the ring. As soon as he stood up and they gave him the ring, I'm like, okay. So when is Dean Ambrose coming out? As soon as I said that, his music hit, and then he came out, and I knew, bam. Finally, we got a champion, or WWE champion that nobody was booing at, that people are actually getting behind. I mean, to me, I feel truly that the people, because of stupid stuff, people letting things leak, so to speak, that people didn't give Roman Reigns his proper chance. Another thing that hurt Roman Reigns, which was also said by Stone Cold Steve Austin, a Hall of Famer, was that when they put Daniel Bryan in that Royal Rumble match, why didn't you let Daniel Bryan win? Go ahead, let him win. Man, you can allow Roman Reigns to come back the next year and win Royal Rumble. Make it strong. Allow Daniel Bryan to win. If you really want Roman Reigns in that championship match, you could have somehow made them both, win at the same time. Make it a triple threat match versus Brock Lesnar. That would have been even greater. I mean, even though okay, yeah, Daniel Bryan is still, hurt, still coming out. You still could have let Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns win that Royal Rumble, both feet touching the ground at the same time. Somebody throw them out at the same time, they had already been eliminated. Somehow, you cannot allow, number one, the year before when Daniel Bryan wasn't in it, he should have been in it. The next year when he came back, he should have at least, if he'd have won the year before, leading up to WrestleMania 30, if he'd have won that instead of letting Batista win that Royal Rumble, we wouldn't even have to worry about the crowd turning their backs or turning on Roman Reigns. You had Daniel Bryan going there and winning. You should have had something come up to allow it to, okay, we're going to put your WrestleMania title stake on the line. I mean, what came out of it with the takeover, Raw takeover moment, what led up to him finally, having a match against Triple H, then having a match against Randy Orton and Batista in a thrilling triple threat match. That was great. But you messed up with not allowing him to win. Then having him to come back the next year, getting in the Royal Rumble match. Okay, let me backtrack. The year that Batista won it, Daniel Bryan was not even in that Royal Rumble match, which he should have been in at least. Then the next year, leading up to WrestleMania 31, you should not have had him in there with Roman Reigns. And all the speculation come out that we want Roman Reigns to win because we're building him up. You didn't really build up Roman Reigns like you should have properly. Let him get an Intercontinental or a U.S. title run. Somehow make him work his way on up allow him to work his way on up to it to finally get there to say that he finally made it to the top. Somebody like Dean Ambrose, he worked his way up. He had a U.S. title. Okay, he almost won the Royal Rumble. He had title matches. He went through the WWE title tournament, made it to the finals against Roman Reigns, lost. Had a triple threat match for the title, lost. Finally, he got to the top and won, and it made it even more important. It made it even more exciting. It drew the crowd in. It brought people along with him. He is this era's modern-day Stone Cold Steve Austin. Man, love his finishing move, love his attitude, love, just love his personality, which fits him perfectly. Dean Ambrose, I don't know how long a reign he's going to have, but he is going to be a good, great wrestler, great storyteller. He's going to be doing some good things. He done had some great match, the Asylum match. Man, the Asylum match for the WWE title. Can you not see that? Oh, man, that'll be, just perfect, crazy. It's going to be interesting to see how long he's going to carry the title. Will Seth Rollins get another title reign before WrestleMania next year? How long before Roman Reigns come back? And speaking about Roman Reigns, it's been reported, and even Roman Reigns went on Twitter to apologize, but Roman Reigns is on a 30-day wellness suspension. So we're going to see which direction they're going to with Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns on suspension. He's going to be coming back off of suspension right before BattleGround. But we're going to see what direction they're going to go with this. How are they going to handle all of this? How is everything going? A lot of people say Roman Reigns can't wrestle. Roman Reigns can wrestle. Roman Reigns can do some good things, but the people are not giving Roman Reigns the proper respect that he's due. They're not giving Roman Reigns the proper respect they do to him as being one of the top wrestlers in WWE. He's a great wrestler. He do some great things in the ring, but all because of people's perception of him, which is pushing him and turning him from being a great wrestler that he can turn out to be. He's not a 3-time WWE champion for no reason at all. But he is a great wrestler inside the ring and can be a great ambassador for the WWE outside the ring. But the people really the crowd, the fans have to really give him a chance. One thing that I hope the WWE do is take a good time to build him back up, to bring him back to the top of the mountain, to allow him to develop more as a character so that he can get the proper respect that he so rightly deserves from the fans. Again, I hated that the fact that that stuff was leaked out about his push so that people can go against what he, where they trying to take him, what he's doing. But, we'll see what the future holds for WWE and Roman Reigns. Now, another great thing that the WWE is getting ready to do, which I'm excited about, is that the WWE is coming out with the Cruiserweight Classic. Man, that is going to be some great wrestling. When WCW started out with Cruiserweights, and the WWE tried to copy them with the light heavyweights, that was some of the greatest matches that they had, some of the most fast-paced. And at first, everybody thought Cruiserweights were just high flyers. But then when they brought in people like Dean Malenko and the Ultimo Dragon, they was different pace wrestlers that did different things than normal cruiserweights did. And the cruiserweights that the WWE got for the Cruiserweight Classic, which is going to be on the WWE Network, is going to be hosted by the voice of SmackDown and by Daniel Bryan, which is, I'm glad to see that he's doing something within the WWE. They're going to have all kind of wrestlers in this classic. I'm anxiously excited about seeing a wrestler like Cedric Alexander, who spent time with Ring of Honor, some of these wrestlers from England, from Canada, from Japan, from the independent scenes that they bringing in. The cruiserweights deserve their own show, and I hope that they do more with the cruiserweights after they finish up with the Cruiserweight Classic, which I believe is going to be a 10-week tournament going to end in September with a live show. And I hope that WWE sign a lot of these cruiserweights that they're bringing in, and can use them to build up and fill up the roster and to bring in people to fill up the roster and do good things within the WWE. Cruiserweight Classic, ever since I first heard it, I believe it was going to be a great, great idea, and it looks like it looks like there's going to be something that's going to be real exciting, that's going to bring excitement back into WWE. The question is, are they going to do the right thing with it like they should do? Only time will tell. Now, also reported they talking about WWE is, rumored to be talking to Kurt Angle about a possible return to WWE, which I am totally excited about. I hope that they bring Kurt Angle back. To me, he would be a great addition with American Alpha to bring back Team Angle. They're all Greco-Roman amateur style wrestling background. Their style would fit perfectly with Kurt Angle. I believe Kurt Angle is coming back as a coach or as a manager for them as they transition into the main roster will be great. And it'd be something great that lead up to Kurt Angle finally getting inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame and having one final match at WrestleMania. That's something I hope that they do. Hope that they do everything right in the future with that. And again, like I've been saying over the night, only time will tell. That's something that's good and great if they do the things right. If they somehow mess up with it, 75% of the time they tend to mess things up. You mess up a good storyline, you lose momentum, you lose potential money. Another return on Monday night that I was excited to see was the return of Sasha Banks. To me, one of the best women's wrestlers that WWE have, and not just because she's black, but because she's a good wrestler. She developed and came up nicely within the WWE NXT ranks. And she deserved to have the WWE Women's Championship around her waist. I don't see what's taking them so long. See how the crowd reacted to it. They hear the crowd steady saying, "We want Sasha. We want Sasha." I can understand to a point, making the crowd wait for only so long. But then after a certain period of time, you wait too long and things get stale. One of the things that WWE messed up with was they took too long to put the title belt around Daniel Bryan. When Daniel Bryan beat John Cena at SummerSlam, it was great that he won and finally made it to the top. It was great that even Randy Orton came in and cashed on him, but it took too long for Daniel Bryan to get the title belt back from Randy Orton. WWE missed out on a lot of money, missed out on a lot of great matches, not having the WWE title around the waist of Daniel Bryan. To me, it would have been a better match to unify the belts between Daniel Bryan and John Cena than Randy Orton and John Cena, because everybody would have tuned in to see, can John Cena finally beat Daniel Bryan? Or can Daniel Bryan, what's his first win over John Cena, was it a fluke, or did he really earn that victory? Man, they would have made even more money on that. And then, albeit making a ladder match, come on now. Daniel Bryan is a great ladder match competitor. John Cena, he was all right. But, they missed out on so many opportunities with doing so many different things with Daniel Bryan. But, what happened, WWE did not expect that to happen. Nobody was Daniel Bryan and the medical staff knew about Daniel Bryan concussions from his past. A lot of things that happen within the wrestling ring and matches are freakish accidents. As I said on the last podcast that I hosted, Goldberg said the only thing that he ever regretted was kicking Bret Hart in the head. That mid-time kick knocked 25% out of Bret Hart's brain brain function, and cost him his career at the prime of his career. Bret Hart still had a few title reigns left in him. Bret Hart still had a lot of great matches left in him. Goldberg, when he hurt his arm and he punched through the window and cut his arm and had to be out, he really cost WWC some money and cost them the loss in the Monday Night War. But, we got to, keep going with what we have. Thank God that we was able to see and witness the true greatness and purity of Daniel Bryan. To see the purity of the Yes movement coming, that's something that just happened naturally. Seeing what's happening with Sami Zayn, the Ole, Ole, Ole chant that's happening naturally. I hope that they put the IC belt on Sami Zayn, allow him to make a natural progression up to the WWE World Heavyweight title. Kevin Owens, he is going to be a great champion. I would love to see him be the one to take the belt away from Dean Ambrose and give him a great heel run as champion. Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Daniel Bryan, Seth Rollins, to me, is today's generation of main event characters. Cesaro, he right up there too. He deserves to be in some main event. But they gotta make these main events, to the point where make it believable that they'll win, or even make it to the point where people want to see them win. Put on matches where okay, maybe you lose and then okay, you finally win that one, or you lose, you made it there, but you almost there, you didn't make it there. You gotta, climb up the mountain, and then you finally get up there and you win it. And don't just have them be champion for a few weeks or just 1 month. Make a lot of them hold the belt for a little while. Kevin Owens to me would be a great heel wrestler that look like nobody can ever beat and allow him to finally, somebody to come in that finally beat him, like Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn rolled to the NXT title. It was great against Aaron Neville. Neville was a great champion, hard to beat, and finally took a minute for him to finally beat him. Samoa Joe, when he finally make up to the main card, he is off the bat worthy to be WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Finn Balor, I don't see him too much as a WWE World Champion myself, but we'll see how the crowd draws into him. But right now, to me, Sami Zayn, he needs a belt. He deserves a belt, the IC belt, not the US belt. He deserves to have the IC belt around him. He deserves whatever mid-card belt that they keep on Raw. I like to see they keep him on Raw with that mid-card belt. Keep Kevin Owens on Raw so that Sami Zayn can work his way up to get that title shot against Kevin Owens. Allow some matches where he make it there and then it's like he, some way Kevin Owens do something to keep him from finally winning and then allow him to beat Kevin Owens. And then that's going to be a great feud after Sami Zayn beat Kevin Owens. That to me is a great long-term feud. You can go to somebody else to come for the title, then you can bring it back to them. That's a great long-standing feud like Sting and Ric Flair. Man, I never got tired of seeing them two going at it for the title. Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, years, always had a title match. Undertaker and Bret Hart for the world title. years, never get tired of seeing that because they're both great competitors. Sami Zayn stepped his game up. I hope he stay healthy. Kevin Owens, great wrestler. I hope he stay healthy and keep doing great matches. We need to keep, when you have somebody at that caliber, which I believe the draft is going to do, is going to free up some TV time to give them time to tell stories. It's going to allow them to do some great things in the future of wrestling. Well, speaking of great things in the future, I thank y'all for tuning in on tonight. Had a great time talking with y'all tonight. Tune in next time when my brother, the Big Lee Houston, come back to host again Wrestle Track. Keep your eye on wrestling. Future is bright. We're going to see if Dean Ambrose can hold on to his title in the Shield great big triple threat match. Until next time, from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, this is Leonard McCray signing out. Y'all have a good night.